Today's video is going to be about homeopathic substances because I think it's a very huge topic. Everyone has some kind of connection to it and there are huge misconceptions about it. What I do is I'm trying to get an overdose. While I'm waiting for the symptoms to come, I will explain how homeopathic medicine is supposed to work. But before we start, we have to measure my heartbeat because we have to have some kind of comparison. Okay, so this says 86 beats per minute, which is slightly high, or it is high, which is caused because of my adrenaline in my system, so because I'm slightly nervous. This is my first video, so let's see how it works out. But I expect it to go down. The longer the video is away from the start, the better my heartbeat should be, or at least lower. Let's do it. Okay, so first of all, how does homeopathic medicine work, or how it's supposed to work? So there are two principles behind homeopathic medicine. The first one is, for example, if I have a headache and I would take a substance or a poison which would cause headache too, then these two would eliminate each other and cause my headache to go away. The second one is that they claim that every single material on earth has his own or its own wavelength, which is kind of like my own fingerprint or your fingerprint. So everyone has his own fingerprint and it is your individual fingerprint. So every single material on earth has its own wave. So you can identify every single material by its wavelength. And what they do is they say that they extract the waves of a certain material, of a certain poison, and they add it onto these balls, and they claim that my body has some kind of receptors which are able to detect. Oh, before I forget it, so when I took my medication, I think it was like 1 or 2 minutes ago, so it was 16 o'clock and let's say 17 minutes. The second principle is that they take these waves and they put it onto this transport material. In this case it's simple sugar, but they say this has not the waves of sugar, it has the waves of the poison, or in this case belladonna, or the poison would be atropine, and my body is able to detect these waves. So my body has receptors which are able to detect these waves, and then it can react to them and cause the issue to go away. What this means is that if I take a massive overdose of these, I should be dead or at least have massive symptoms. Now, what is this in particular? So this is called belladonna C30. Belladonna, the poison behind this is atropine. It is used in medicine. For example, if you go to the doctor to check your eyes, you get some drops in your eyes which contain atropine, and it causes your pupil to open wide up, so a lot of light comes in, and so the doctor can have a bigger field of view and see more details in your eye. But for you, it is kind of tough because there's way too much light coming into your eye and you can't really see anything. It's like you would look straight up into the sun. And that's the reason why usually you get some sunglasses, even though the sun is not shining, just to protect your eye from this light. I don't think you can see my pupil from this distance because the camera is pretty far away, but some way to tell if there's too much light coming into my eye is like I would try to close my eyes every now and then, and I would blink very often, so like every single second probably, so you should notice it. Yeah, also my heart rate, that is the reason why I checked my heartbeat per minute earlier before, because atropine has also a significant impact on my heartbeat, so it should increase drastically. So we're talking about 120, 200, 250 beats per minute. My body temperature is going to increase, and the glands in my mouth, they will produce less spittle, so I should have a very, very hard time speaking or articulating myself, and I should need to add constantly fluid to my mouth in order to just get it going. And as you can tell, so far, absolutely no symptoms. So yeah, we will see each other in like, let's say 10 minutes, and we will check my heartbeat again. So it's been a while since I took these substances. So what we are going to do, we are going to measure my current heartbeat. Okay, so we have 72 beats per minute. So I got used to the camera. Everything is fine. Now, what we are going to do next, because some people maybe claim, okay, 40 times overdose is much, but maybe not enough. So yeah, what we're going to do next is taking a bigger overdose. And before I take this, we should maybe explain these numbers. So the first one was C30. So what this C30 means is a way of the dilution, how they extract the waves and put it onto this transport material. So as we know, the theory behind homeopathic substances is that every single material has its own wavelength, and like an individual fingerprint, and they extract the wavelength and put it onto a material which can go into your body, and your body can detect these wavelengths and react to them. So you have a receptor of the wavelengths. Now, how do they extract the waves? What they claim to do is they take 1 part poison, which has the waves, and add 10 parts non-poison. They say the waves get absorbed by these non-poison parts, and they now have these wavelengths of these poisonous parts, but they are not the poison, but they have exactly the same waves. So they do it by dilution. Now, what does C30 mean? The C stands for 10. So in this method is like 1 part poison, 10 parts non-poison, get mixed together. They take 1 out of this mixture and again add 10 parts non-poison, mix it together, take 1 out of this mixture and again add 10 parts non-poison, and they repeat it 30 times. Kind of hard to imagine. So what this means is like the amount of poison, this box is equivalent if I would drop 1 part poison into 100,000 times the water of the Atlantic Ocean. Okay, so this is approximately the same dilution level. With D30, they take it a step further. So what they do is they take 1 part poison and add 100 parts non-poison, and again repeat it 100 times, 30 times, sorry. It's even more diluted. So what we're going to do next is we take this. This includes approximately 1,200 parts, which would be a 400 times overdose. So if this is a 0.33 liter bottle, and you just imagine I fill it up with vodka in this case, and I would drink it in a row. I would be very, very drunk and had a very bad time and a very hard time just to orientate myself in a certain area, but I would probably survive it without medical assistance. Now, the 60 times overdose for this one would be this one. This is 1.75 liters of vodka, 11 of these bottles. So I'd say if I drink 1 of these bottles in a row, I would be dead. We take the big bottle, which is 400 times the overdose, so we don't compare it again to the alcohol, and we will watch what happens next. So let's do it. So this is completely sealed. I haven't opened it up yet, so you can see, and you should hear it too. This is Arnica Montana D30. So to get this dilution level, like if I had 1 molecule of poison, the entire solar system, or our solar system, wouldn't provide enough material to get to these dilution levels, okay? Which also means that if my body doesn't have these receptors, I can really measure pretty much nothing, so there's no effect. But on the other hand, if I had these receptors and my body is able to detect those and react to them, I should have the massive symptoms will die. So I took 1,200 balls of this homeopathic substance, and now we're waiting for the results. So arnica is a medical plant or medicine plant, and but it's just used on the surfaces of your body. Like, it's in a lot of lotions and it works pretty fine, but it is actually poisonous if you eat it or get it into your body. So the worst thing is it can cause a stop of your heart, so your heart stops beating, which would be the most drastic one, and also could cause the rhythm of your heartbeat to fluctuate or in a bad way. Another thing is it could cause dizziness, so I should have a very hard time getting up from this table or just orientate myself in my room. So yeah, we will wait for the results and then we will see how it worked out. We're going to check my heartbeat or my heart frequency, if there has been any changes. My current heartbeat is 85, so no significant changes in that. Slightly higher or lower, I don't even remember what the first measurement was, but it was pretty much in this area. Why do homeopathic substances actually work, even though I didn't see any symptoms on myself? So the principle behind these working is the placebo effect, which is like, if you believe in something, then it can help you with certain issues. So the reason it helped was not that it's from the pharmacy or like it's a homeopathic substance. If I believe that milk is helping me, then milk is also helping me, because it's more of an belief thing, and that is the only reason. So if I believe that Reese's help me with headache, and I really believe in that, and I eat Reese's, then it really helps me with my headache, because my body has some mechanisms how it can regulate itself and help itself to heal better, but they just work to a certain point. So be aware that there are very serious diseases which are very aggressive, and you shouldn't waste time with these. So you should go to the doctor and do what the doctor does, because sometimes time is really the limiting factor and every second counts. So you should skip all of these because it doesn't really work, as you can tell, and I'm not dead. And that was the video. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you liked this video, let me know, or if there was something you really didn't like about this video, or you would change something, then please let me know. And if there are some certain topics you would like to hear about, then yeah, let me know too. Just write it in the comments below, or just send me a direct message or something. So yeah, have a good day, take care of yourself, and hopefully see you soon. I really enjoyed doing this video, and I would love to do more of those videos. So yeah, we will stay in touch.